How goes it, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Patterson Up Properties. Today's subject matter is going to be very simple and to the point, like I like to be. When we talk about mobile homes. Now, talking about mobile homes, basically, it's a very good way to start investing into real estate. It's a cheaper way to start investing into real estate because a lot of people want to think big when they start in anything, especially when it comes to real estate. But the problem is they don't have big pockets. They don't have a lot of money in their pockets, and they're not working a lot. Most regular working people, and there's nothing wrong with that. So start small, start where you can. I've talked about delinquent tax properties, talked about wholesaling. Now I'm going to talk about mobile home parks. Now, remember with the mobile home, it's looked like as a car. So for the most part, you're going to pay you have to pay your for the mobile home to sit on a specific lot and whatnot because you don't own the land. Normally, lot rents they never go away for the most part. Makes sense because that's why lot owners own the land because they constantly, continuously keep charging the owners rent, and that's how they make their profit. Because the home is yours once you buy it, but not the land. That's why they call them mobile home parks. Most lot rents go from, depending on the area, from $350 a month and up. But if you own the mobile home outright, you can charge about $800 to $1,000 a month. Depending on the area that you reside in, or if you're in a more expensive market, you can obviously the rent could be higher, just depending on how you look at the situation. Or you could sell it for a profit and go from there. A lot of people just like they flip homes. A lot of people flip mobile homes. A lot of people flip cars nowadays. I mean, they flip everything. So hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a flipper, hey, keep up the good work. Now a lot of people own mobile home lots, mobile park lots, which is another story for another day because that's a lucrative business as well. But not for this subject matter today, because most of your duties basically involves if you do own a mobile home lots. The procurement and maintenance of the land, the normal stuff. Now when you purchase a mobile home, here are a few things that you will need to do, and then make sure that you are following line with these specific guidelines, and these are government specific guidelines. HUD, Housing or Urban Development Agency code compliance. Ensure that the mobile home was built before 1976. You got to ensure that, okay, and make sure that it's been kept up to even ensure that the place has been kept up to date. It makes sure that it meets all the as they say HUD code guidelines and all that good stuff. You can hire a contractor to certify that the home or establish its HUD status, obviously via the HUD agency. Age. Newer homes benefit from groundbreaking improvements in construction and safety standards of dwelling that improve almost every year. However, the care and maintenance of a home, could say is as much as the condition than the actual age, just depending on the circumstance. Like you see a lot of older vehicles and older homes out there, and people have kept them up, so and they look great. They don't look practically brand new, but they're close enough. So it just depends on the situation and obviously how you look at it. Now, source. Some sources are most trustworthy and easier to deal with than others. Make sure that everything is done above board, and inform yourself so that you can't get duped easily, because like in any industry you can get duped or screwed over easily. Just saying. Financing, and this was something that my friend who's actually in the trailer I'm sorry, the mobile home business, because I was corrected. It's not sure they're not considered trailer parks anymore. They're considered mobile parks now, mobile homes, not trailer homes. So, but anyways, she stated that financing is a second-hand purchase and it hinges on the home's compliance with the HUD code, just like a new model. It will depend on whether the house has been moved before. So you got all these specific things in mind. I'm not going to go over all of them. Just give them the basic 101s. You can expect to take off about $10,000 to $20,000 off the prices of a single double wide manufactured mobile home. This all depends on the conditions, HUD compliance, location, and market conditions. It's always the contingency plans, right? Okay. Now, manufactured homes are like cars, like I said earlier, and they lose their value as soon as they go off of the lot, and the new tag and depreciates and all that good stuff. yearly, it depreciates yearly down to 3% every freaking year. So just something to keep in mind. Now, let's get it. And because even nowadays you have services where people are renting their cars out. So you can darn near rent and sell anything nowadays, especially with beautiful technology. But this, obviously, all intents and purposes, talking about mobile homes. Now, let's get into how one can purchase a mobile home without any money down, because a lot of times that is the magical question. How can one end up doing that? And it's like, I found out different specific ways how people can do it, and we're going to go talk about it right now. You have to look for situations like this one that my actual friend went through and purchasing another, because she purchases at least 3 to 4 of them a year, because she's doing great with real estate. So, and she deals with different markets, much cheaper markets, so it just makes it that much easier. And she finds more situations like this. That's what she looks for, so it just makes it easier. So you're gonna love this situation. She found a mobile home that was in very bad shape, and the lot owner was losing money on it since the owner of the actual mobile home was deceased, and there was no longer a tenant occupying the property because obviously it was uninhabitable. Person could not, nobody could live there, nobody would want to live there unless they were just homeless. So the lot owner ended up selling the mobile home for $0. I repeat, $0. Now, the amount of money that she ended up putting into the mobile home was up to about $4,000, almost $5,000 worth of work. Now, in real estate, that's a godsend. That's not a lot of money for real estate investors. And if she wanted to, she could have just sold the property for a profit. But she's decided to rent the place out, not only get a return on her investment, but get more money all at the same time. So, but not all mobile home deals are going to work out like that. Let's just be realistic, because you have a lot of owners who have to own, they have their own, a lot of lot owners, they have their own repair crews, which makes sense because if you're going to be a lot owner, you need to be a real lot owner and have your own crews so you don't have to worry about and go keep shopping around whenever something breaks down. So, but this was a situation where the owner of the lot did not have his own repair crew, so it kind of worked out in her favor. But others do not. Just like like you own land and you collect lot rents. That's the thing I would actually like getting into later on in my in real estate investing career, but that's another story for another day. But nothing wrong with this at all. It works out for people, whether you have your own crew or you don't have your own crew. Everybody has their different methods. Hey, some owners don't have their own crews, so what do they end up doing? They end up just saying, hey, I'm just going to give this place away so I can get my money back. I don't have to worry about repairing it. I'll let the new owner repair it, but I'm still going to charge the lot rent. Everybody's happy. It's all good in the neighborhood, right? Okay. Now, moving on. Now we'll get to the good old financing for a single wide home, mobile home. The article that I was actually, because I actually read an article, not only talked to my friend, but I actually read an article about mobile homes, and it was actually very interesting. I read that the other day. It stated that financing is practically impossible through a large banking institution, for trailer parks. You know, it's not impossible, but for the most part, it is, it's practically impossible. It's only certain situations, it's like you may be able to finance it through a mobile home sales companies, but there are not that many of them out there through a credit union, just depending on the circumstances, but for the most part, most people just end up buying the mobile homes cash money. So, because remember, for the most part, you cannot get a conventional bank loan because of most mobile homes are, think of it like this. Most mobile homeowners only own the home, not the land, and the ones that actually own the land is a different story, and banks are not going to usually finance a mobile home because it doesn't sit on land, even though banks are good at financing cars. So it's just like, it's that oxymoron. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion. I'm bringing common sense into the equation here, but I leave that alone. Uh, but there's more homes. I mean, there's more cars on the road than there are mobile homes. So it's obviously still lucrative for banks and other financing institutions to give loans out. I had to correct myself. I was like, well, when you do the numbers, the statistical analysis, just what I just did, I'm like, okay, well, there's more cars on the road than actual mobile homes within the United States. So let's just be realistic about this. Okay. So I digress. But for double wide homes, financing rules depend on what type of loan you choose. For conventional loans, quite a few lenders have self-imposed 15-year-old rule, according to the article I was reading, and meaning you may not qualify for a conventional loan if you're considered buying a used mobile home that is more than 15 years old. Okay. For government-backed loans, the mobile home you are considered must be an original set, meaning must be brand new. Nobody else has ever lived in it, according to the article. And when buying a mobile home, they cannot have been set up somewhere else and then later broken down. So basically, once they're set up one place, they have to stay there and not be broken down and moved and set up again somewhere else. Okay. The lender will always require a foundational inspection from an engineer to make sure that the mobile home was set up to the housing and urban development specifications. Makes perfect sense to me. When it comes to getting insurance, it's definitely easy and cheaper than insuring an actual home in itself, since buying a mobile home is generally cost less than buying a traditional single family home, and a mobile home loan may also come with lower down payments. So if you do qualify for a specific loan, like I said, it's not completely unheard of, but for the most part, most people end up just buying them cash money and then renting them out. So it just depends on the circumstances. Many conventional loan programs have a minimum down payment of 5%, 3 to 5%. That's just what it is when it comes to getting a home loan. Some government-backed programs may require even less. For example, if you live in a rural area with the United States Department of Agriculture Rural Development Program, you could actually end up with 100% mortgage and have very little out-of-pocket expenses. Depending on the situation, because there's so many different kind of loans out there. And if you want to, I remember I did a video about this a couple weeks ago in regards to the different kind of loans that are out there. So if you haven't checked them out on my channel, go check them out when you get a chance. Okay, but there's so many different options out there, just depending on the situation. But the main thing is, if one thing I would say with sincerity, if you're going to be a successful real estate investor, think outside of the box of where your parameter of the area that you live in, especially if you live in an area like New York City, California, DMV area, Atlanta. Think rural, think small town. If you think of another major city, think of a smaller major city. Think outside of the box. Go travel if you're going to be a successful investor, because sometimes, unless you have a lot of money, it's best to start in a cheaper area. Okay, an area that you're never going to plan to live in. Great example, I invest in Pennsylvania, Indiana. I never plan to live in those states, but it is 10 times cheaper than where I grew up and where I currently live now. So let's just keep it real, okay? Now, however, your interest rates, and another thing, since I digress, your interest rates may be higher than other single family home rates, since many lenders see mobile homes as a higher risk, which I can understand that. If you finance your mobile home, your lender will likely require you to carry mobile home insurance. Obviously, just like you need to have car insurance when you have a car and you got a regular home, you got to have regular home insurance. So similar to traditional homeowners insurance, this insurance protects against natural disasters, damage from fire or loss or theft. Stuff happens. So anyways, obviously there's way more involved when it comes to purchasing a mobile home. However, I just wanted to give you the one-on-one aspects of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, my current investors, if you got some feedback, please, I always welcome it. To my future investors, we're coming into a new year. There's no better time to start than now. So especially given the fact that the winter time is here, and if you're going to be buying in a state where it's colder, real estate might not be moving as fast as it would be obviously during the springtime and the summertime and the beginning of the fall. So it's another little nugget for me to throw out at you. There's no better time than to invest now with us moving closer to winter time. Hey, inventory is going to be high, depending on your market. Obviously, every place is different. But hey, get started today. Take action. Implement. No more talking. Let's do it. Take care. Hopefully you like the video. Please subscribe. Please like and please share. And have a great day. Take care.